everybody. You recognize Stephen Norton up there. You got a Blender Man. You got
welcome back.
The Numbermeister General on bass. He was just backstage turning some kids in for weed.
Yeah, in the dark. Hooligans.
He goes up to the teenagers. Hey, I'm one of you guys. Where can I score some marijuana? Promise I won't tell. Can you say it louder into this microphone-shaped smoothie I'm drinking?
Hey, I'm just a high school kid. Do you know where I can get some good grass?
Hey guys, did you see Teach? What a BFG. LOL. Ladies and gentlemen, enough of our team speak. It's time to elevate this entire experience. Hold on a second. Do me a favor, Billy. Just pick a random key.
No.
Don't go with that key. Just do you. Nah.
You got.
We'll see.
What key?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited to have this next gentleman.
I don't know.
Because he is a gentleman, and a scholar, and a fine actor, and a United States Marine. Put your hands together for Mr. Jim Beaver! No soul.
Jim Beaver.
Give me the beat. Hey, Jim.
Spade, right?
Or Benedict, I go by both at this point.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Who is that?
It's Richard.
It's Benedict.
I'll explain it later. It's very confusing.
It's one of those guys.
Okay. Yeah. Ran them off. Is this for me?
Yes.
You have any idea what fish do in this stuff? Hello, widgets. It's too hot. It's too hot because I got 3 coats on. Because I'm going straight from here to the ballpark tonight. So, oh my gosh.
Oh, here he comes.
Hi.
Hey, Robbie.
Oh.
Bye,
Rob.
There's a term in the performance business called upstaging. And you've just seen a fine example by a not so fine example. You're cute, Rob. Okay. I think we've all seen enough of Rob Benedict, one way or the other. Anyway, I'm glad to be here in this city of brotherly love. I don't have a brother, so that kind of leaves me left out. Oh, Jesus. You're sweet. So, okay, fine. Emmy, what? Hi.
So good to see you.
Thank you.
My question is, if you could have any supernatural character be played by Kermit the Frog, which would you pick?
If I could have any supernatural character played by Kermit the Frog?
Yes, sir.
Oh, jeez. I think there's only one answer to that. Ribbit. I'm the king of hell.
Phenomenal.
Need him. So, yeah, why not Crowley?
Sounds good to me.
Well, you know, You guys may not know this, but I kissed him once.
Yep.
And was well paid for it. And as I would have to be, as anyone would have to be.
Are you about to say you wanted to kiss Kermit the Frog? Is that where this is going right now?
No, that's not where this is going.
Bummer.
This is, this, I don't know where this is going. This is going insane, is where it's going. Yeah, well, I kissed him once and he didn't turn into anything better. So, I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere, but,
We're laughing, so you're good.
okay, cool.
Okay. Love you, bye.
Thanks, Emmy. Hey, hello. Do you have a reasonable question?
I think so. It doesn't have anything to do with Kermit or Miss Piggy or anything, so. It's great to see you, by the way. I'm so happy to be here. My question is, if Bobby Singer from Supernatural met Robert Singer from The Boys, what would they say to each other, or would they just get in a fight, or what really would happen?
Bobby Singer met Robert Singer. They probably just have a beer and say, how did we end up with the same name? And then we'd both look at each other and go, Kripke.
Exactly. I think we're just in the universe of Mr. Singer now, where that's the cinematic universe we're living in, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, well, you know, when I finished season 5 of The Boys, yes, and I was talking to Eric Kripke at the rap party, and I said, I've run out of Bobby Singers to play. And he said, as long as I've got a show, there'll be a Bobby Singer.
And we'll be here for it.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. My question is, if there was any monster or cryptid that wasn't included in the show that you would like to have seen Bobby and the boys hunt, what would that be?
Godzilla.
That's
Take that
amazing.
on, boys.
So just any kind of, like a kaiju or something?
What's that?
A kaiju? But just a big
A
one.
kaiju, yeah. Gojira.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got 15 seasons. Boy, there's an echo. We got 15 seasons of the boys fighting these piddly little monsters. I want to see them tackle something big. Something that stomps a city. Something that stomps baby. Ooh.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I just want to see Dean's tears. So, that'd be pretty cool, I think. Hi.
Hi. My question is, if Bobby could come as a ghost, could haunt any of the characters for fun, who would it be and what would he do?
If he could haunt any of the characters for fun, define fun.
Like, just because they sometimes just get on his nerves and he wants to laugh.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind haunting Sheriff Mills for fun, but I don't think that's the kind of thing you're talking about. Well, I mean, it would have to be Sam and Dean. That's their names, right? Yeah. Because they deserve it. I think Ghost Bobby could figure out a few things to mess with their day. I mean, it's only fair how many times they've messed with his.
True.
So, if it weren't for them, I'd still be alive. I hadn't thought about that. But
actually.
thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. If you had to fight any supernatural creature with Bobby Singer, which one and why?
Do you remember the two young women with the trickster in the theater?
Yeah.
I think Bobby and I could handle those. I think we could take them on. And even if we lost, who cares?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hi, my name's Corinne, and I was wondering, when did you realize the show was going to be like this big? What was your moment where you were like, oh my god, this show is huge, people love it?
Yeah, about 2008. I knew it was fairly big, but I didn't really grasp it until my first convention, and which was I think around 2008 or 9, something like that. And when I first came out and was introduced to the fans in a situation kind of like this, I was dumbstruck. I was blown away. I had no idea how rabid you people are. And I say that because several people tried to bite me.
Said I was sorry.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I really realized that this thing has a huge draw. It has an appeal that is much wider. I mean, you know, you're doing television and you do a show and you hear the ratings and you go, okay, there's several million people watching this. But that's kind of hard to put your head around, several million. How many is it? Is it 2 million? Is it 300 million? And what's the difference? And, but then you show up in a hotel, in that particular case it was Orlando, and you go, okay, this show has enough impact that there are 1,000 people in this room on a Saturday morning in Orlando when they could be at Disney World. And I thought, I think I may have fallen into something here. And apparently I had, because it's still going on. What is this, 3 years later? This is, I don't know, 17 years later? We, you know, we just don't stop, do we? Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And thank you guys for that, because otherwise I'd be at home enjoying myself. Hi.
Hi, so I've been a fan for many years. I just need to tell you what a special part of the show you've been for all of us. It means a lot. It meant a lot to see you in the finale, and I just wanted to ask you what that meant to you and what that meant for Bobby.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to repeat that. The sound here is a little off, so.
Okay, so I've been a fan for many years. You've always been a very special part of the show for us. It meant a lot to see you in the finale, and I wanted to ask you what that meant for you and what that meant for Bobby.
I was so honored and so pleased and absolutely delighted to be asked back for that special moment in the finale. There was something really difficult and palpable about knowing it's all over. And the fact that I got to shoot that scene and shoot it on the very last day of filming meant that all of us in the crew and cast were wrapping it up together. Because a lot of times when you do the kind of work I do, you come in for a few days and then you leave and the episode may not have even finished shooting. And I always have this kind of feeling, oh, I'm done with my part, now the party keeps going and I'm not there. I didn't like the fact that the party was ending, but I was really happy to be there at the end. And I was really happy that it was the OG Bobby, and I was really happy to get to play that cool scene with Jensen. And it just felt really, really touching to be there. And of course, a lot of that was all mixed up with the fact that these people on the crew are my friends and they feel like family, and I don't have a professional reason for seeing them anymore. And that's going to be painful. But fortunately, we've all stayed in touch one way or the other, and these things kind of help. It was a great honor, and I'm just sorry that, not sorry that the original plans for the finale didn't work out. I mean, they were going to bring everybody back. They were going to bring Kansas in. It was going to be pretty cool, but COVID got in the way, and I feel really honored that I was the one who got to come back. So, dramatically, it felt right. It felt like the right choice in that regard. But in any event, it was an enormous pleasure. Did I mention that was an enormous pleasure?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Emily. I just want to let you know your character and you've always been my favorite.
Mine too.
So my question is, after Bobby unfortunately passes away and...
What? I'm only up to season 6.
And when they enter the alternate world and Mary finally meets this Bobby, do you think Bobby had a relationship with his Mary?
Well, I've always thought Jensen and I look a lot alike. I don't know about Jared, it's hard to see through the cloud level. You know, when we were doing it, something in the back of my head said, there's more going on here than meets the eye. And they did sort of move in a direction that supported that suspicion before the show ended, but they never got anywhere with it. So I always thought, yeah, there's something there, whether it's actual history or just underlying desire or something. I felt there was something electric that had happened or could happen. But, you know, if it ain't in the script, I don't know about it. And it wasn't in the script. So I never got any more feel for it than that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hi. If you were on death row, what would be your last meal and what would be Bobby's?
If I were on death row?
Yeah.
Somebody told you something? What would be my last meal? I would hope that nothing would be my last meal. I guess a cake with a file in it.
That works.
My luck, I'd get a file with a cake in it. Well, if it was me, I'd say, hey, you know, bring me some of that sushi that has the blowfish that if you get too much of it, you die. Any old way out. So, and Bobby's, I think, would probably involve beer and a burger. You know, he's a pretty simple fella in such regards. Although I think I think the only time, maybe the only time we see him eating on the show, he's eating sushi, but that was my choice. So they asked me what I wanted that day, and I said, sushi. And they were like, it's a burger restaurant. I said, I don't care. So I got sushi, and there is nothing more fun than eating sushi that's been sitting out for 3 hours while you shoot the scene. Yeah. I don't know, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and my question is, what was your favorite version of Bobby to play? Apocalypse Bobby, Bobby in a wheelchair, Ghost Bobby?
Well, it was definitely regular, everyday Bobby. I wasn't that crazy about playing AU Bobby because he had no backstory with the boys, and so it was very weird to play opposite them as if they were near strangers. It wasn't as much fun. There wasn't the banter and the there wasn't the love and the history. And Wheelchair Bobby was a bit of a physical challenge, mainly because there's cables all over the set that you don't see. And it makes it sometimes kind of hard to get from one part of the set to the other in a scene. But that's kind of small potatoes. But I wasn't crazy about that characterization or that period because Bobby was kind of stuck at home answering the phones. And only a few times did he get out and participate in the story. So I just like the regular guy, walking around being grouchy and incredibly lovable.
Well, you were, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Don. Hi.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and my question is, if you could tweak Bobby's death in any way or make it different, how would you rewrite it?
It wouldn't happen. Or it would happen in season 15. It was the end of Bobby's regular life was really dramatic and powerful, and I really liked the script, and it was the opportunity to do some really fun work, and I know it grabbed a lot of the audience, and so I was happy about that. But yeah, I would have. I've been shot in the head on 3 different shows. And I'm getting tired of it. I don't know, it might have been fun to have my guts ripped out or something by a shapeshifter or something, but no, I got shot in the head. Who gets shot in the head on Supernatural? Yeah, well, it beats not being on Supernatural. So if I could tweak it, I think I would have just, if it had to be the same death, but I could tweak it, I would tweak it so that it was drawn out for about another 4 seasons. Just, oh yeah, Bobby's still dying. Yeah, let's go see him and see how he feels. And let's spend a couple episodes talking to him and watching him die. I don't know. That's not much of an answer, but it's the one you're getting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. My question is, how much did your time in the Marine Corps influence your acting in general and your tactics and choreography and choice of weapons?
Whoa, I missed the last half of that.
So, how much did your time in the Marine Corps influence your tactics and choreography? choreography and the choice of weapons, as well as your acting?
Being in the Marine Corps was, it was a lot like acting because I spent most of my time in the Corps pretending to be competent. I'm not sure I can tell you exactly how it influenced me, other than I'm a little more confident in myself, a little less concerned about taking risks than I might have been. It's hard, having been in the Marines and having served in Vietnam had a big impact on my career, because when I was starting out, they were just starting to explore the Vietnam War in film and television, and it gave me some opportunities that I might not have had. My choice of weapon, there are certain days I wouldn't mind having an M79 grenade launcher, and but you know, I'm a peaceful sort of fella, and I would only use it judiciously.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
My name is Elena. I'm 12 years old.
You're 12?
Yeah.
I remember, I don't remember 52. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So I know Bobby is like a father to Sam and Dean. My question was, do you feel sort of like a father to Jared and Jensen?
Not at all. And I'm not being facetious. That relationship is Bobby is parental to them because that's who they are and what their dynamic was. My relationship with Jared and Jensen is that of a colleague. I don't give them advice, they don't give me advice very often. We're friends who work together, and it's you know, if Bobby and Sam and Dean were in school, Bobby would be the teacher and they would be the student. But if Jim and Jared and Jensen were in school, we'd all be the kids. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is, well, I'm wearing the shirt "Idjit," one of my favorite sayings. Did you think or realize how big of an impact "Idjit" and balls would have on the community?
I was just talking about this in one of the meet and greets. I wish I had trademarked them. In both cases, I objected to saying those words when they showed up in the script because I thought they were stupid. Guess who was stupid? I didn't have any idea they would catch on. I thought, frankly, that the fans would think it was a stupid thing for Bobby to say. But I was wrong, and I wish I was getting 3 cents every time somebody said it.
We say it a lot, and when I say "Idjit," I say it with love, which is, I think, how you meant it when you said it. So.
Well, it depends on who I was talking to, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Isabella. I was wondering if there was a line in Supernatural that you could remember having issues getting out and maybe having to redo a scene because you couldn't get the line out.
Pretty much all of them. I don't remember a specific line that I had trouble saying or getting out in the way I wanted, but there were a couple that I really wanted to get right, and I knew they were long enough that, and fast enough that there was a good chance of stumbling over it. I don't think I ever did, but I remember when I first read the line, "Get the hell off my property or I'll fill you so full of rock salt you crap margaritas." I read that line and went, okay, work on that line. Get that one right, because that's a cool line. That may be my favorite line in the whole series. I don't remember one that gave me trouble, but I do remember that one and a couple of others that I went, okay, this is gonna be good if you do it right. And so I worked extra hard on it. Thank you.
Hello. How much are you in person like your character, Bobby Singer?
Not as smart, not as brave, better looking. Pretty much the same when it comes to being irascible and grumpy. And thanks a lot for the question, you idiot. Hello.
Hi, so my question is when Bobby wasn't answering all the phone calls and taking care of the boys and doing everything else, what did he do in his spare time just for fun?
What spare time? Taking care of the boys, you think that's not a full-time job? Well, apparently listening to a lot of Kenny Rogers. Well, I think Bobby probably spent what spare time he had reading Better Homes and Gardens and arranging his house in a lovely and organized fashion. Putting up new wallpaper and no, wait, I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know. I think he had a pretty single-focused life, and don't believe all that stuff about Tori Spelling. Yeah, I guess just if he had a hobby, it was probably playing with a dartboard with Crowley's face on it. I don't know. Not much of an answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Speaking of Crowley, I want to know, is Mark Shepard a good kisser?
He tries. Too hard. Yeah, my tombstone's gonna say he kissed Mark Shepard. He was all right. Not. I kissed other people on the show who were far superior. But Mark just kept wanting to rehearse. And I'm kind of a one and done guy. So yeah, it was it was just another day at work, and I'm not the one who carries a picture of it around on his phone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Maddie. I just
Maddie?
wanted to know if Bobby left a Yelp review on heaven, what would it say? Also, how many stars?
I don't know, about 3.5 stars, and somebody's got to decorate that hallway. That was a boring ass heaven.
Nothing about your time being in prison?
Pardon?
Being imprisoned in heaven? Nothing about that? I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's heaven apartment wasn't too bad, yeah, I give it a good 3.5 stars. I wouldn't. I mean, it's better than some places I could have gone. Sure. And maybe not as good as some other places. You know, like the Bahamas or something.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello, hi. My name is Isabel. This is actually a question from me and my mom. If you could be any other supernatural character, who would you want to play?
If I could be any other supernatural character. Well, you know, I get asked this a lot, and every time I answer differently, because something new occurs to me. At the moment, I think it would be a lot of fun to be the trickster. And boy, would Sam and Dean hop to then. I could have some fun with that part. I could have some fun with that. And you know, it's not like Spade was that great at it. He was okay. He was okay. You know, I mean, I love him, and he's a good guy, but you know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name is Amber, and my question is, if Bobby was stuck in like a silly, cheesy rom-com, what character would he be?
Oh.
A silly, goofy rom-com? He'd probably be the grouchy parent saying, not that guy, not that guy, no, no.
Okay, yeah.
He probably wouldn't be part of the rom-com duet.
Really? You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think they, I don't think I'm the sort they look for in those parts. Thank you.
But whatever.
Oh.
All right, thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm another Caitlin. I wanted to ask you, I mean, I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody in the room when I say I'm really glad that you went into acting, but if you hadn't, what would you be doing? What do you think would be your passion?
Well, I got into acting because I wanted to be a film historian, because there's so much money in that. And I couldn't find any classes in film history in college, so I signed up for theater classes, and that's how I fell into acting. And I'm really glad I did. I would, if it were possible to make a living at it, I would love to do film history writing as an alternative, but I still do. So yeah, I've got a whole other side of my life which is invested in that. So either that or a cowboy.
Nice. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Violet. I love learning languages. I learned German in high school and I'm learning sign language right now. And I know that you know Japanese. And I was wondering what's like a favorite word or a weird idiom you learned that you just love?
Favorite word? Well, I don't know. There's, instead of answering that directly, I'll tell you a quick little story. I chaperoned a bunch of kids to Japan about 30 years ago, and on a student exchange. And at the end of it, the host high school asked me to make a little goodbye speech for everybody. And I thought I'd be cool and do it all in Japanese. And I did okay. They laughed at my jokes and it went okay. And then I asked one of the teachers afterwards how it went, and he said, oh, it was very good, very good. And I said, what? Because he seemed to be hesitating. And he said, no, it was a very good speech. And I said, okay, what happened? He said, well, when you said, thank you for welcoming us into your homes, he said, the words you used, they absolutely mean that. But do you know what an idiom is? And I went, yeah. He said, well, the words you chose, to a Japanese speaker, they mean, thank you for throwing us into a concentration camp.
Oh, wow. Oops.
I have not been asked to make any more speeches in Japan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, my name is Brandon. My question was, in the show, there's a lot of scenes with you and Rufus. Is there maybe something you would have liked to have seen more on-screen chemistry with you and Rufus? Or do you think they left it more up to speculation and chance?
You're not talking about kissing, are you?
No.
Okay, good, because that's reserved for our private lives. I would have loved to have done more Rufus scenes. It became a lot of fun. It was a little wacky at the beginning when I realized that Stephen isn't tied to the script, and he likes to write a lot of his own stuff on the spur of the moment, like while you're shooting it, and that took a little getting used to, but we became great friends. We have a relationship very much like Bobby and Rufus, and we'd probably die for each other if we didn't kill each other first. So, I don't know what more they could have done, but I would have liked to have had the opportunity to explore it. And the idea of Rufus and Bobby hunting agency always sort of appealed to me. Grumpy old hunters. But Stephen's 114 now, so, and I'm coming up on my late 30s, and I'm not sure it would work if we tried to get back together, but, oh, remember us? Vaguely. Yeah. Thank you. I guess we're, huh?
Look, I don't make the rules. Someone said...
Robbie said, let's get Jim off, let's get him off the stage now. I said, now?
I never said that. That's not something I ever said.
And I was like, wow, that seems aggressive.
I think we're done. I'm sorry. Thanks for standing in line. Okay, children.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Beaver!